Welcome back to my channel, the best place for millennial professionals who feel stuck in their careers to find their dream careers. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 rock-solid career exploration strategies for research when you're at a career crossroads. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell to receive regular updates on all things related to career change. Also, join my Facebook group called Career Change Advice, where you can chat with like-minded people who are interested in making their careers work for them. Hi, I'm Dr. John Tam. I have a PhD in sociology from Oxford, and I'm passionate about helping millennial professionals find their dream careers through gaining career clarity and building soft skills. So without further ado, here are 5 steps for a career exploration strategy for research to help you navigate your career crossroads. First of all, you need to do the research. According to Gallup in 2013, about 63% of people dislike their jobs, 24% of the people hate it, and only 13% of the people enjoy their jobs. In 2020, Deloitte published a study finding that 1/3 of the millennials are looking to change their jobs in the next 2 years, while half of the Gen Zs want to change their jobs within the next 2 years. From both data points, it's quite clear that the consequences are real, and as a career coach, I've seen people who regret every career choice that they've ever made. If you want to know whether it's time to switch your careers or not, check out my video on reading signs that it's time for a career switch, which I'll put in the cards above. The second thing you need to do is to shortlist a handful of jobs based on your interests, your talents, the skills you have, the values you carry, the outlook of the job. You need to shortlist a handful of jobs that you're interested in. Personality is also a major part of this, so if you want to look up personality, you can check out my free personality test, which I'll put in the links below. You can also check out my personality career change video, which I'll also put in the cards above. After you list all this out, the next thing you need to do is to sort out your priorities. You need to change your mindset on career change to focus on the skills. So when you're conducting career exploration, the main thing you need to focus on is what are the skills that I have to enter in that career and how can I close that skills gap. And so if you want to learn more about career skills, check out my video on career change mindset for more details on how to sort out these priorities and also how to navigate this whole process of moving from focusing on the career titles to focusing on the career skills that you carry. The third thing you need to do is to research it, and you need to look up resources like Career One Stop, the ONET Center, the Bureau of Labor Statistics Handbook, among many others. I have a free resource below that gives you a PDF on all the good resources that I'm aware of, and I'll put it in the links below. And you also need to use your network, and the network can be distinguished as 2 types, right? There's the warm water network, and the warm water network is your immediate circle of people who are willing to help you. Cold water networks are people who you don't know, but you're interested in their field and you reach out to them through a warm water referral or a cold outreach on LinkedIn. The next thing you do is to conduct an informational interview with them, and I'll be covering how to conduct informational interviews 2 videos from now, so make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for when that comes out. But basically, the gist of it is you need to prepare a list of questions that you'll ask in 20 minutes and respect that time frame. And this individual should be someone who you aspire to be like in a few years' time. So they're a few years ahead of you, and you ask them, hey, how did you navigate this process? How did you get to where you are today? What should I do to close this gap? You are not asking for a job, you are asking for a roadmap for more information on how to navigate this change. And based on all the research that you've conducted, you want to be able to set several feasible targets to transition into that new career. What are some of your best career resources? Let me know in the comments below. The 4th thing you need to do after setting a target is to decide whether you want to make the jump or not, because that would mean you need to close the skills gap. So based on the target's job descriptions that you can find online on Indeed, Monster, or wherever, you need to conduct further research using the resources that I mentioned previously, and then close the skills gap. And skills can be divided as hard skills and soft skills, and I have a video on that comparing the 2 in case you're not clear on it. This is an iterative and recursive process, so feel free to redo this as many times as you like until you're really able to hone in on that target and the skills and really be able to identify what you want to do. You need to read up on publications and forecast of that career. And after collecting all the resources on whether to jump over or not, there are 2 options for next step. The simpler way is to lay out 2 columns. The first column is what are the skills you currently have for your target job. The second column is what are the skills that you need to develop for the target job. After you map out these 2 columns, you just close the skills gaps and also any licenses or certifications that you need. The better way is to conduct a personal SWOT analysis, assessing your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats relative to those several specific targets. There's way too much to unpack here for a SWOT analysis, so I'll tackle that in the next video, so make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for when that comes out. But essentially, you need to consider the risks, the opportunities, the training time, the financials, the geography, and so on, to decide on whether it's a good idea or not to make the switch. The fifth and final step is to narrow it down to a specific target. You need to develop a plan to close that skills gap, which you've just identified in the previous step, and then you actually need to execute. The plan can be across several months or up to a few years, but you need to map out the plan in specific steps and the timeline and put it somewhere where you can see it every day. And afterwards, you need to set strong boundaries to guard your time and prioritize your work, because the busyness of life can catch up to you and you may slip back into your old routine and not really care about the switch anymore. So setting boundaries to prioritize your priorities is extremely important, and I made a video on that and I'll put it in the links above. Another good way to tackle this is to share it with an accountability partner. By doing that, the accountability partner will check in with you at different points in time, set a reminder in your calendar or their calendar for them to touch base with you and to just keep in touch and see, hey, how far along are you on this? Are you keeping up with your goals? And by having a plan that's constantly in front of you and having an accountability partner to hold you accountable, from there on, you just gotta execute and close the skills gap and any certification that you need. Now that's the gist of how to navigate this change. If you wanna learn my complete strategy on how to find your dream career, check out my free training called Stop Feeling Stuck in Your Career, Find Your Dream Career in the links below. Also, download my guide on how to find your dream career, which outlines all the resources that I mentioned previously and more. And also, you can take a free, quick, and accurate career personality test, which I'll also include in the links below. Make sure to join my Facebook group, Career Change Advice, to be in a community of people interested in making their careers work for them and not the other way around. In my next video, I'm going to teach you how to conduct a personal SWOT analysis for career planning, and the following video will be about how to conduct informational interviews for career exploration. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for updates when it comes out. Also, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts about this video. Don't forget to give it a like and share it with your network if you found this to be valuable. Take care.